Hello friends, welcome to this YouTube video program. Friends, we are discussing about different units, the content points of different units of different courses of MA Education program of Indira Gandhi National Open University. We have started our discussion from the first course of MA Education program, that is the first year course. The course title is MES-011 Understanding Education. This is a 4-credit course. And like in my other program, again I'm just recapitulating that this course has been kept keeping in consideration of the need of the group of students, those have not studied education as a subject at their undergraduate level. Means so far as eligibility of the candidate to this program is concerned, or the eligibility of MA education program is concerned, you very well know that those have studied education as a subject, they are eligible to pursue MA education, and those have not studied education as a subject, they are also equally eligible to pursue this program. So keeping in consideration of that group of students, we have kept a special course, and not only this course is only that group of students, but they will highly beneficial. But at the same time, this course is for all the students those have enrolled in MA education program. This is a 4-credit course, and the basic concept, basic educational discourses, the principles of education, that has been discussed in this course. And MES-011 Understanding Education, this course will work as a type of bridge for understanding the concept of other courses for that group of students. So that's why this is one of the important course. I have already discussed the earlier 9 units of this course, and today we are going to discuss the next unit, that is 10th unit, Unit 10 of this course, that is Political Forces as a Necessary Supports and Inevitable Constraints to Education. So friends, the unit is with you. So whatever program I am developing from here, this is your duty, this is your responsibility, that what you will do, you watch this program, at the same time you keep the material ready with you. So after watching this program, just you see that what are the points have been addressed in the program. It is not possible to discuss each and every points that has been there in your unit. You see, MA education program is a huge program. Okay, in first year many courses are there, in second year specialized area courses are there. So what I am doing during this lockdown period, I am just discussing very briefly, I am just discussing the overview of the unit, and it is up to you that you have to study. Material is with you, soft material, at the same time the hard material. So you watch the program, at the same time read the material, then I don't think that you will face any difficulty for understanding the concept, at the same time for writing the assignment, and also to appear the term examination. So friends, in Unit 9 we have discussed about that how education is linked, is correlated with the political system. Okay, yesterday we have discussed, and today in line with this, further we will discuss that the political forces as necessary supports. It provides a necessary supports for achieving the goals of education, for achieving the objective of education. So here we will start our discussion in this unit. 2-3 major content points are there. First is the state and education, how the state administration and education are related with each other, how the state administration, especially the educational administration, that helps for attainment of education, for achieving the goal of education. At the same time, we will also discuss about the constitutional provisions. As I have already said that we have a democratic society, we have a democratic country. So in our constitution, you will find that in many articles this has been mentioned, that how to achieve the educational goals. It may be for minority community, it may be for socially weaker sections, it may be for women, it may be for differently able children. Okay, so in our constitution you will find that proper provisions have been given for achieving the broad aim of education. That also a part of in this unit we will discuss. Then further, equity and equality is also another concern. Okay, so how to achieve equality at the same time. Only achieving equality is not enough. Further, how to achieve the equity. Then further, under equality and equity, we will also discuss about the economic constraints on equality of opportunity. Okay, so how economy of the or the economical condition of the people, that also create a type of constraint for achieving equality or for achieving equity in the society, especially in education. Then we will also discuss about the female education, women education. Then further, as this program has developed few years back, so that's why this has mentioned about the universalization of elementary education. This is one of our constitutional obligation to achieve the universalization of elementary education. But we have marched many steps ahead. So we have reached at a point now that now education is one of the fundamental rights, especially for elementary education is concerned. So now this is the fundamental right of every child to get elementary education. So friends, that is also one of the you can say concern of this unit. So first we will start our discussion from the stating the relationship between the state and education. Friends, you see, when we talk about the state and education, you see somehow the concept of bureaucracy, the concept of educational administration, it comes to our mind. You see, bureaucracy has this is our perception that if you are not achieving the educational goal, educational aim in time, so we blame bureaucracy. But you see, only blaming bureaucracy is not enough. Bureaucracy, they have also their role, they have also their responsibility. You see, bureaucracy, when we talk about the educational department of the central government or education department of the state government, you will find that the policies, the norms and standards, the regulations that are framed at the apex level, okay, at the bureaucracy level or at the administration level. Then that was further implemented at the grassroots level. You can say that that policies, that schemes, the projects that got implemented in the schools, okay, in the field level. So here the role of bureaucracy is not only to frame the policies, to constitute the policies or the schemes or the projects, rather to implement it. So friends, here two types of things, the educational administration or educational bureaucracy, they are doing. They are just with the vision of our constitution, with the vision of our state administration or the or the country administration. They set certain norms and standards. They set certain you can say policies. Then further, it is their work how to implement that policies. For implementing the policies, they involve all the stakeholders of education, maybe the parents, maybe the teachers, maybe the students, maybe the local government, community. So unless there is the involvement of all the stakeholders of education, then hardly you expect that there will be magnificent or certain wonderful change in the field of education. So that's why you will find that in Right to Education Act, this has been mentioned that parents are also having certain responsibility for education of their child. This is not only the responsibility of the school. This is not only the responsibility of the teacher. You see, the students, they are staying in school for few hours, you can say 6-7 hours, and in a day you will find that another 17-18 hours they are staying at home. So that's why whatever the child is doing in the school, if the parents will not guide the child, and if the children will not get proper educational guidance from the parents, from the community member, from the society, then the system cannot operate properly. So that's why in Right to Education Act you will find that all the stakeholders, it may be the community member, may be the local government, may be the teacher, may be the parents, may be the students, you will find that the duties, the responsibilities have been given to all the stakeholders for the success of education, for achieving the goal of education. So that's why when we talk about the bureaucracy, you can say that bureaucracy, that is the state administration, and education are highly related with each other. A constructive bureaucracy, the result of a constructive bureaucracy, you will find that the aims of education, or the state can achieve that has been set in education, means students may get quality education if there is proper bureaucracy in the system of education. Then further, when we talk about bureaucracy, at the same time certain other aspect it also come to our mind, that is the political willpower, the willingness of the political parties or political administration, you can say. So here you see, whenever there is, when we talk about any policy of education, any scheme of education, for its proper implementation, for its effective implementation, there is the role of the political will. So if there is political will, then that without any difficulties you will find that that has been implemented, are getting implemented properly. And if there is lack of political willpower, then even if your efforts for years together, then you may not achieve the objective. So that's why when we talk about bureaucracy, at the same time political willpower also come to the context. Then further, as I have already said that in a democratic country like India, we have everything is mentioned in our constitution. We consider that our constitution is a mirror of the society. Okay, so here also you will find that in different articles, in different points of the articles, you will find that the issues of education that has been properly addressed. The issues may be related to differently able. The issues may be related to women education. The issues may be related to minority community, okay, religious minority community. The issues related to the socially weaker section or economic weaker section. The issues related to the scheduled caste, the scheduled tribe, or the other backward communities of the society. So here, in what way you can just bring them to the mainstream of the society? So that's why in many of our articles, this has been mentioned that how to provide equal education to the community members. Let me to draw your attention towards few of the articles, just like when you go through the article 29 and 30 of our constitution, you see this has been mentioned that article 29 and 30 make provisions for protection of natural and religious interest of minorities. All minorities based on religion or language will have the right to set up and administer institutions in their own interest, and the government, while giving aid to educational institutions, shall not discriminate against any institution on the basis of its being set up and administered by a particular religious or linguistic minority. So this has been mentioned in the article 32. So friends, here in a democratic country, this has been mentioned in the democracy, in the constitution, that this is the right of the citizen of this country. Okay, so the minority community, it may be the religious minority, or it may be the language minority. So they have the right that they can establish, they can run their own institute, and government will provide certain aid, certain financial aid, okay, for running that institute. So that's why in our country you will find that many minority institutions starting from school education to higher education that has been established. So that has been established for safeguarding the interest of that group of the population, okay, the extreme group of the population. Accordingly, when we talk about Article 45 of the Constitution, you see this has been mentioned that the state shall endeavor to provide within a period of 10 years from the commencement of the Constitution for free and compulsory primary education to all the children until the age of 14 years. So starting from 6 to 14 years, you see the state will provide free and compulsory education to all the children of the state. Okay. In Article 46, it states that the state shall protect and promote with special care the educational and economic interest of weaker sections, particularly the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, and also protect against all social justice and all kinds of exploitation. So here you see how beautifully the things are mentioned in our constitution. So that's why this is the responsibility of the country, this is the responsibility of the state to implement these articles that has been mentioned in our constitution. And let me to say that constructively in the year 2009, the Right to Education Act that has been approved by the cabinet of the union government, and this has been implemented from 1st April 2010. Okay, so now this is the 10th year, you can say, that we got education as one of the right, just like other fundamental rights of the citizen of this country. Means now state will provide this is the one of the fundamental right of the children of the state, that they will get free and compulsory education from the state up to up to the standard of 8th, means from class 1 to class 8th. So friends, apart from this many schemes, many projects that has also been implemented by different states for providing certain facilities or for bringing or for achieving the sense of equity and equality in education. So friends, when we talk about achieving equality and equity, you see this is one of the major point of this unit. In our constitution, this has been mentioned that this is the right of the citizen to get equal education. Okay, so only getting equal education, achieving equality is not enough. So just like equality means what, in a school we provide equal opportunity to all are sitting together and they are getting education, but that is not enough. All schools are inclusive school, but within the inclusiveness of the school we should talk about equity. So you will find that in Right to Education Act, not only equality, the concept and the spirit of equality has been addressed, but you will find that the sense of equity that has also been discussed, that has also been highlighted. So you see, in equity means for raising the standard of the children to a particular standard, to a particular average standard, you can say, just like the minimum level of learning. When we talk about the achievement level of the students, let we take one example of achievement level of the students of any subject, maybe mathematics, maybe English literature, English language, or other subject also. Mostly the students are facing difficulties in language, mathematics and science subjects. Okay, so you see, in a class as a teacher you are teaching all the students equally. Okay, you are not discriminating, but you can't say that all are getting equal equal knowledge, equal, or are understanding what you are teaching equally, because they are not from equal group, they are not from a homogeneous group, you can say. The spread of the students to whom you are dealing, they are from different strata of the society, they are from different background. So far as their socio-economic standard is concerned, so far as parental involvement in education is concerned, parental economic standard is concerned. Okay, so you will find that they are not equal. Rather, they are means the group is not a horizontal group. Rather, that group is a vertical group. Okay, so how to address to such type of group? So for addressing such type of group, you have to find out that who are that group of students, or how many students in your class those are not coping themselves with other students. Means it may be in terms of their achievement, it may be in terms of their attitude, it may be in terms of their other social behavior, at the same time, and different attributes also. So you have to find out that group of students, then you have to provide certain you can say extra treatment to them. Okay, maybe personal guidance, maybe providing certain support services. Okay, so that is, if you do that, then you can say that with equality you are also working, or you are also doing certain effort for achieving the equity. So that can be possible if we raise the economic standard of the people. You see, education, we consider that education as one of the tool, education as one of the weapon, that as one of the instrument that we can use for raising the economic standard of the population, economic standard of the people. So that's why slowly you will find that the economic standard of the community, the economic standard of the society, societal members, it is raising. But this has not reached at a particular standard. So that's why the economic standard of the people and achieving equality and equity in education, these are very much linked with each other. Because you see, the children, those are coming from a elite class, coming from a community. If the community is or coming from a family which family is economic, from an economic well-to-do family, from an economic sound family, you will find that they are getting all sorts of support from the family. Support in terms of resources. Okay, they are getting learning material in time, they are getting reference books, they are getting all their requirements. Okay, and they are getting proper instruction also, proper guidance also. But when you talk about the group of students, those are coming from a low or lower socio-economic standard family, you will find that they are not getting optimum resources. Rather, they are struggling in education. So somehow these are certain factors that they are not able to doing well. And many a time you will find that certain children, they are doing well in the school education, but when they enter in higher education, or in senior secondary stage, after completion of secondary stage, they are not doing well, because they are not getting any parental support, financial support, and other types of resource support from the family, guidance from the family. So that's why, friends, when we talk about equity and equality, you see, this cannot be achieved spontaneously. Rather, for achieving equity and equality, the economic constraint should be, it should be solved fast. And for solving economic constraint, many factors are responsible. One of the factor is education itself, and other of the factor, the education of the parents, involvement of parents in different world of work. At the same time, the you can say the state administration also. The state administration means how the state administration provides support to the community. Okay, provide resources to the institution. Okay, so when we talk about the today's situation, today's education situation, it may be school, it may be colleges, you will find that many thing has been changed over the years. But still, at present also, you will find in the tribal areas, in the rural areas, that children are also not getting proper education, quality education. So friends, it is high time that we shouldn't talk about equality. Equality is already there, it is in our constitution, and we have after implementation of Right to Education Act, and implementation of even Article 45 of our constitution, then we can say that definitely we are working for achieving equality in education. But now it is high time to talk about and to achieve the equity, at the same time to provide quality education to the children, quality education to the citizen. Then further we can discuss about, this is also one of the part of your unit, that the female education. You see, now you can this is evident that the contribution or the involvement of female are in every sector of education, every sector of this society. Okay, it may be banking, it may be teaching, it may be your medical science, it may be engineering, it may be defense studies. You will find that there is the presence of a substantial group of women population. They are working in different sector of the society. But still then you will find in many places, in many rural places, the girls, they are not getting the equal support, equal opportunity, just like the boys. Okay, the boys are getting from the family side, from the society side. You will find that the family members, they are sending boys children for higher education, but they hesitate themselves to send girls child for higher education. So that's why I'm not saying that girls are not coming. A system has already started that girls are coming, but still then a type of openness is required. Means they should the girls should get proper opportunity. It may be in any sector of the society. They should come forward and they should educate themselves, and they should prove themselves that they are not anything less with the other community of the society. So friends, here from the family side, from the community side, the women education, or the girls, they should get proper opportunity. This is also a part of in this unit. Then further another important things that has been discussed in this unit, that is I have already said that is the universalization of elementary education. Already mostly we have achieved the universalization of elementary education after implementation of Right to Education Act, and you will find that the literacy rate of this country is now far better. Okay, as per the 2011 census survey. So now more than 75% of the population are literate in this country, and next year in 2021, when next census survey will be conducted, you will find that it may reach maybe 85 or 90% of literacy rate. So friends, this is a very good development so far as a democratic country like India is concerned. At the same time, for achieving the universalization of education, you will find that many attempt has been taken by different state government. Just like by Andhra Pradesh government, you will find that Andhra Pradesh Primary Education Project, APEP, okay, APEP, Andhra Pradesh Primary Education Project, they take care about the development of primary education in the state, and now many things has been changed. Then further you can say, you can take the example of Bihar Education Project, BEP, and accordingly you will find that Uttar Pradesh Basic Education Project, UP-BEP, they also work for achieving the universalization of elementary education. Then the District Primary Education Project, DPEP, that also work across the country for the development of primary education at the district level. Then we can also talk about certain other projects, just like you can say the Jansala program, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Then further we can also talk about the project of Pratham by Rajasthan government. But here the present development, being a master student of education, you should acquaint yourself with the present development of education. Now you see, under Samagra Shiksha, I think in the year 2018, in the budget of 2018, this has been approved that the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, the scheme of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, then Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan, at the same time teacher education. The three things are merged in the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. Okay, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, then your Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan, RMSA, and teacher education. So, this has been merged with the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, and Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, it works wonderfully for implementing the schemes, implementing the programs, and for achieving the equality with equity and quality so far as school and teacher education is concerned. So friends, this unit is a very beautiful unit. It talked about the bureaucracy. It starts discussing on bureaucracy, and it enters towards the constitutional provision of education and how to achieve this constitutional provision. Further, it also discussed about achieving the equity, equality, and quality. Then it also discusses about the constitutional provisions of education. Then further it discusses about certain schemes, certain projects of education that works under the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, and the present development, that is the Samagra Shiksha. Okay, so it includes the three earlier schemes of education, that is your Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, RMS Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan, as well as the teacher education, the issues of teacher education, the development of teacher education, the norms and standard of teacher education, because school education is highly related with the teacher education. Okay, so friends, I think after watching this program, at the same time going through the content point of this unit, it may be easy for you to understand this unit properly. Further, in our next program, we will discuss about the next unit, that is Unit 11 of this course, MES-011, Understanding Education. Thank you.